Meghan Markle getting busted out. Someone ran to TMZ, narked her out. There was no consent forms. This is what happens, Meghan. We're all talking directly to you. This is what happens when you treat people like shit. And even then, begging Meghan, this is what happens when you go to a party and ask people for work. Begging Meghan. Stupid. A source close to the situation calls BS on the consent forms claim, telling us that the two idiots were photographed at Kris's party, and they were also photographed outside. Remember? You and I remember that shit? That was all over Saturday night. Literally, backgrid. Meghan called them. So how could you try and say, no consent forms? Shut up, Meghan. Go. The two idiots were photographed at the party even though they wrote no on their consent form. Can't be true because there was no form. So somebody busted her out. Why? Because these people, I bet you anything. Imagine what it feels like to be one of those people. You're at this party. This woman's over there. She's probably loud. You know how Meghan is. She's one of those woo girls. You know what a woo girl is? Where when the shots come, woo! I think that was from How I Met Your Mother and also from Friends, but I think How I Met Your Mother. And that's what Meghan is. She's a woo girl, and she's loud and annoying in the restaurant. Imagine during brunch when she's already drunk and still drunk from the night before. Even worse. So you're at this party, and then you see this shit in the press, and you're like, dude, there was no consent forms. That stupid woman and her testicle husband, they were making so much noise, and they were annoying. And then Harry wouldn't stop looking at Kris's boobs. Everybody knew that. We all saw it happen. We're told no consent form was required since this was a party full of intimate friends only. Ugh. Meghan Markle is one of your intimate friends. I feel sorry for you. She uses people. Do they know that? No legal documents needed among pals. Guests were even asked to check their phones in upon arrival so nothing unwanted went up on social media. Obviously, that didn't happen because that's why we're all here. Because of social media and Meghan Markle being snubbed and deleted. And you won't see this mega bash on the Kardashians because the show wasn't filming during the party. We hear Meghan in particular. Here it is. We hear Meghan in particular was more than happy to pose. Of course she was. We saw the photos. And even worse, you know what's funny? Nobody else took a photo with her. Because people know what happens when you take a photo with her. There will be a shitstorm around your name in the media. Everybody knows that. We hear she was more than happy to pose with our source, saying she even approved the pics taken by the designated party photographer. Oh, yeah, no, I don't like those. I don't like getting that. Meghan, you don't look at any photos, okay? The next day, we're told the couple was concerned about the optics of the photos. They were... That right there doesn't make sense. They were literally pictured by backgrid. I could understand all of this if Meghan hadn't called Backgrid and had them take pictures of her and release them on Saturday night. I really could get it, but we know she's full of shit. Optics of the photos as the party went down on Remembrance Day. There's this bullshit again, the version of the Veterans Day. As a result, they asked the Kardashians to take down the pics. Okay, fine, then you did. If you have to keep on changing the story, then you did. Even though we all know you didn't. You got snubbed. You got deleted. Let it go. Stop putting stuff out in the press because it's starting to get embarrassing.